Hey y'all, welcome back to Memaw's house. I'm so glad you returned. Welcome to all my new subscribers. I'm glad that you're a part of the family, that you can come on over anytime and visit us at Memaw's house. Well, today we're talking about fasting because this is the time of year that me and Peepaw begin a fast. We're going to do a 7-day fast this year for our family, for the things that we are seeking God for. So, if you're interested in eating vegan meals or you're interested in the Daniel fast, keep watching. I have a cabbage soup that I'm going to make that's going to hit the spot. So let's get to cooking. Here are the ingredients that we'll be using for this soup. I wanted this soup to serve as an anti-inflammatory, so most of the ingredients have anti-inflammatory properties. I also wanted it to be filling, so I have a good amount of veggies going in, and I'm going to put some beans in it as well. So we'll start by cutting up my sweet potato, and we'll cut it up into cubes that are hopefully the same size. You know, if you're not one of those cooks that focus on the size of your cutting, your end product, don't worry about it. It'll all get cooked. Now that the sweet potato is all cut up, let's dice up our celery. Sweet potatoes, celery, and carrots all have anti-inflammatory properties, and they are excellent for helping your body get rid of inflammation. Inflammation causes a lot of different disease processes in our bodies and discomfort, and we want to get rid of that as often as we can. That's why these ingredients are going into my soup. Next up is the carrots. Now, I have washed these carrots. I usually don't peel my carrots when I'm making a soup like this because I want all the nutrients that the peel can give me as well. So I scrub them real good. You see they're not discolored or anything. I cut off any discolored parts that were on the tips. But these were very nice carrots. Now I'm going to cut up my onions in pretty good pieces because I want that onion flavor to really get into the soup. It really does add something to the broth. And did you know that onions, shallots, leeks, and scallions contain quercetin, an anti-inflammatory antioxidant that limits the effects of inflammatory chemicals within the body? Now, I'm only using a half a head of cabbage because I only want to make enough soup for me and Peepaw. You know the kids are not going to eat this. So I'm going to make just enough soup, and I didn't want to have too much. We'll use the other half a head for something else. And of course, cabbage is a cruciferous vegetable like broccoli and cauliflower, and they contain different antioxidants that have been shown to reduce chronic inflammation. And of course, it wouldn't be soup at my house if I didn't have a zucchini in it somewhere. So let's chop up the zucchini. Zucchini helps the body get rid of free radicals and help with excess inflammation. It encourages skin health by reducing inflammation responses. Zucchini is good for that inflammation. All of our veggies have been chopped. Now we're going to add our lentils. Here are the lentils. And lentils are not necessarily anti-inflammatory, but they are good for your heart. So in my heavy bottom saucepan, I have some garlic infused olive oil. And if you'd like a video on that, I can certainly do that. But I have infused that olive oil with garlic, and I'm going to saute my heavy vegetables in it first and then add the other vegetables. And when I say heavy vegetables, I mean those vegetables that take a little bit longer, like the potato, the carrots, and the celery. It's going to take a little bit longer to cook. Now let those cook for about 3 minutes, and now I'm going to add the zucchini, onion, and cabbage. Okay, so those have been added, and now it's time to sweat them down a little bit. So I'm going to add my Lowry's seasoning salt, or my garlic salt, my Lowry's garlic salt. And I'm going to put a good amount in there, probably about 1.5 teaspoons, maybe 2 teaspoons, so that garlic salt can start sweating it down. I'm also going to add my black pepper. Now I'm going to add my turmeric, which is well known for its anti-inflammatory properties. I'll add about a teaspoon of that as well. You want to be careful about adding turmeric. It does have good properties, but it does have an earthy taste, and if you don't want your soup tasting earthy, don't put as much in there. Just put enough in there to get that anti-inflammatory property going. So I'm adding the rest of my seasonings, my Italian seasoning and my paprika, and I'm going to give it a good stir. Now that that's cooked down a little bit, let's go ahead and add our 4 cups of vegetable broth. Oh, it's beginning to look like a soup, y'all. Now it's time to add those diced tomatoes, and let's get those in so they can start melding together. There's a myth that tomatoes don't help inflammation, but that is just a myth. Tomatoes do help inflammation. The lycopene in tomatoes actually does help reduce inflammation. I've drained my lentils, so it's time to put those into the soup. It won't take them long to cook at all. Now I'm going to add my nutritional yeast flakes. If you don't have your nutritional yeast flakes, that's fine. You do not have to add that. But I add it because nutritional yeast has high levels of zinc that helps aid in muscle repair. Not necessarily an inflammatory thing, but look at that yeast go in. Doesn't it just make you feel like you're getting ready to have something good for your body? It is. So put it in there if you have it. If you don't worry about it. The soup will still be delicious. Okay, y'all, so I have started my soup. You've heard all the stuff that I did. I want to taste my broth before I get too far gone, because it's different seasoning meat between seasoning meats and seasoning vegetables. Meat can take on a lot of seasoning, so I tried to hold off on doing too much salt, too much of anything, because with vegetables they absorb it so quickly. So let's try my broth. And then we'll see how much more seasoning I need to get going in here. Hold on. It looks good, though, to me. You want your broth to have a little bit of body to it. That's why I like potatoes and beans and all that kind of fun stuff. Oh, that's good. That's good. I don't even have to worry about doing too much more with that. I'm going to let it simmer, and I'm going to let those vegetables flavors meld together. I'm going to throw my thyme in here and a bay leaf. I don't think I put that out there for you to see, but I'm going to put a bay leaf in it. Bay leaf does give a little flavor. And because we're depending on the vegetables to give us that flavor, and we're meat eaters, we need something substantial. So that's why I have the potatoes and the beans in there. We're going to eat it with a little bit of rice, some brown rice. And then we'll go ahead and make sure that all of the vegetables are done well. It got a little bite to it, but the seasonings and the flavor of each vegetable should come through. So let's let that simmer for about 25 minutes or so. Spoiler alert, I did not cook that brown rice, didn't even need it. So we just ate our soup without the brown rice. Okay, y'all, the soup is ready. Let's go ahead and dish us up a bowl so that I can taste it for you. You see what I'm doing? Tasting the soup. So I'm going to taste this and then give Peepaw his serving and my serving. We're going to serve dinner. Children are having pizza. They're not fasting. Can't get them to eat a vegetable on a good day. So we know that they're not going to eat it for a solid week. So let's try this out. Oh, that sweet potato adds just enough creaminess. The other vegetables still have a little bite to them. And the sweet potato adds enough sweetness because, you know, on the Daniel fast, you can't have sugar either. So I hope you give this recipe a try. No matter what you're doing, whether you're fasting or just wanting to eat nice and clean, this is a clean dish. So try this soup out. Came out of my pantry. Y'all be blessed. Bye. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if the information shared in this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Like, share, and comment. Y'all be blessed. Bye.